NBC Connecticut's Jolie Sherman, who joined us live right now. Jolie, what can you tell us about this?
Yeah, Toy, well, we were able to speak with Hartford Fire Department's Captain Jose Rivera a short time ago, and he tells us at least 19 apartment units are damaged in this apartment building behind me on 69 Gillette Street. He wasn't able to tell us how many people exactly are displaced. He says investigators are still working to figure that out. I do want to mention we are noticing the smell of smoke in the air. If I take a deep breath right now, I can smell it. We are also seeing quite an active scene here. Several emergency vehicles, including police cruisers and a few investigators on scene. I'm also noticing a few residents gathered in what looks like the lobby of this apartment building here. But as of right now, no word on injuries. We will be here staying on top of this and bringing you any updates as soon as we learn more on air and online. For now, live in Hartford, Jolie Sherman, NBC Connecticut News.
All right, Jolie, thank you very much. Actually, is on the scene there now as well. Jolie, what can you tell us about what happened?
Yeah, Toy, information is still very limited right now. We are learning at least 19 units in this apartment building behind me on 69 Gillette Street are damaged. It's not clear how many are displaced. Captain Jose Rivera from Hartford's Fire Department says it could be a number of people given how many apartments are affected, but he says investigators are still trying to figure that out. He does say, in other words, no word on injuries right now. We don't know that information at this time, but we were able to speak with a resident a short time ago who lives in this apartment building on the 3rd floor. She says the alarm went off around midnight and she hasn't been able to access her apartment since. Now, as we were talking to her, she was getting into a van that belonged to Hartford Fire Department's Special Services Unit, and she said she was going to a hotel. So it appears that officials are helping residents get to a place for the time being. We are also noticing a few CT transit buses off to the side. If we want to pan over here, the cause of the fire is still under investigation, but we will work to find out more and continue to bring you any updates as soon as we learn them. Toy?
All right, Jolie, good work out there. We'll check back in with you. All right, now to Jolie Sherman is there live right now as well. Jolie, what can you tell us about what happened?
Yeah, Toy, at least 19 apartment units are damaged from this apartment building on 69 Gillette Street right behind us. We don't know how many people are displaced at this time. Officials say it could be a good number given how many apartments are affected, but we're told investigators are still working to figure that out. Still no word on injuries at this time, but I do want to mention there were 2 Connecticut transit buses parked on Gillette Street just over on my right. We were speaking with one of the drivers who told us they were here to help keep residents warm, and they stayed here until they were told where to bring residents, and those left just a couple minutes ago. We also reached out to Hartford Police to find out any more information about this fire, and of course, when we do learn more, we'll bring you that on air and online. We are also noticing several contractors here behind us beginning the process of boarding up windows in any damaged areas. Right now, the cause of the fire is still under investigation. Live this morning in Hartford, Jolie Sherman, NBC Connecticut News. Toy, will send things back over to you.
All right, Jolie, thank you very much. It's Jolie Sherman who joins us live right now with more. Jolie, what have you learned since you've been there?
Yeah, Toy, we've been here for a couple hours now. This is where the fire happened, at this apartment complex on 69 Gillette Street. We know that several units in this building are damaged, and it's still unclear how many people are displaced. We're told that investigators are still working to figure that out, but good news is it isn't as many as they initially thought. We spoke to a lieutenant from Hartford's Fire Department just a short time ago, and she tells us crews were able to make some repairs on some apartments, and that allowed residents to go back to their homes, at least a few of them. We still don't know, again, how many people are without a home this morning. Now, from our vantage point, we can't see much of the fire damage, but we were told it did happen on the 2nd floor of this apartment building, and crews are still here inspecting the damage, working on it. We do see contractors here starting the process of boarding up damaged spots on the building, and we do know, again, the cause of this fire is still under investigation. Toy?
All right, Jolie, thank you very much. We'll check back in. Connecticut's Jolie Sherman has been all morning for us. She joined us now live with what we know so far. Jolie?
Yeah, Toy, we know the fire damaged several apartments in this building here. When we first arrived on scene, Hartford's fire captain told us 19 units were affected. And at this time, it's still unclear how many people are displaced. We were speaking with officials earlier. They told us investigators are still trying to figure that out. But within the last half hour or so, we learned that it isn't as many as they initially thought. Crews were able to make repairs on some apartments, and residents were able to go back to their homes. Now, from where we're standing, we can't see the fire damage, but we were told it did start on the second floor. This was also very busy here a couple hours ago with police and fire vehicles on scene, and a few Connecticut transit buses parked right over to my right on Gillette Street. We spoke with some of the drivers who told us that they were here to help keep residents warm. Now, we do know that this fire, the cause of it, is still under investigation. For now, live in Hartford, Jolie Sherman, NBC Connecticut News. Will send things back over to you.
All right, Jolie, thank you. Jolie Sherman joined us live from the starting line to tell us more about it. Hey, Jolie.
Hey, Toy. This is the Kiwanis Turkey Trot Road Race. They do this every year. The race just kicked off. We're told about 250 runners have signed up, and they have the option of running 5 miles or 3.5 miles. Now, the Kiwanis Club of Wallingford hosts this event every year, as we mentioned. They've been doing this for more than 25 years. They are a community service organization and have been involved in the community for more than 70 years. They say this is their biggest fundraiser, and all the money that's raised goes right back into the community. And we're told after this race, a few lucky runners will go home with a free turkey. They'll be raffling off 12. And coming up, we'll be speaking with the race director. You'll hear why this event means so much to her. Toy?
All right, thank you very much, Jolie. Looking forward to it. Well, coming up, Sherman joined us live from Wallingford to tell us more. Looks like you are right there at the finish line, Jolie.
We are, Toy. We are keeping an eye on these runners coming through. Every so often, we're hearing the crowd here and family members cheering on their loved ones that are participating in this event. Yeah, this turkey trot is a great cause and a great way to bring families together. And we're told some lucky runners will be going home with a free turkey. At some point today, they'll be raffling off a total of 12. Toy, we'll send things back over to you.
All right, Jolie, thank you very much. Well, still to come, the urban